Hello everyone, thanks so much for joining me for another Sims 3 speed video, and this is a build today, another build, the pool in the Maywood slash Sierra Tango area of Sunset Valley. And yeah, I mean, this one was actually really simple to edit. I remember when I built it a few weeks ago now, and it came together really quickly. I just had, I don't know, a really clear vision of what I wanted and how I wanted it to look, and yeah, so it wasn't too much of a bother at all. Although I am thinking, just when I was doing the preview footage, that I don't know, maybe I could make the front a little more inviting. So who knows, this one may get an update sometime in the future, but I like it, and I like the way it looks with the rest of the buildings in the area. And yeah, so but yeah, just when I was doing the preview footage, I just noticed, you know, it could look a little more inviting at the front of the building. I did do a couple, like a tiny few changes just before I started actually doing this voiceover. I just added a few more plants and chairs or some benches out the front. Because yeah, I mean, it is a pool facility, but it's a public space, and so it's I don't know, it's got a very simple function in my opinion, and so I don't know, I just feel like I didn't want to make it too crazy, like over the top or anything, but yeah, you never know. I mean, you might see an updated version of this one come out in the future, who knows. But it is a multi-purpose I guess lot, and that it primarily functions as a swimming pool, but it also has a yoga studio and a dance studio in the upper levels of the build. So yeah, that's probably why you're wondering why am I building this reasonably big building for a pool, and yeah, that's because the upstairs has a few extra functions to it. Downstairs is primarily the changing rooms, and then of course this big outdoor area is where the pool is going to go. I wanted it to look like a kind of like an Olympic pool, so it has, well, not like an Olympic, but you know, like not a recreational pool of sorts, but for, I guess, swimming laps. So it looks like it has lanes and stuff. So yeah, that's kind of the look of the pool that I was going for, but it does have some recreational activities, which you will see. And of course, I'm sticking with the 1950s styled architecture, as are the rest of the buildings in this part of the world. And yeah, it was a good time to put together. I think I did this one in maybe 3 hours, which is pretty good. But yeah, I mean, it's reasonably simple. Just the 2 stories and some changing rooms, and yeah, so I mean, it's really no surprise that it didn't take me that long. In terms of sharing this world, I mean, I think I've got one more lot that I want to upload, no, 2 more lots that I need to upload footage for, and then I'll get round to sharing the world. I did have a couple of builds that I was going to share. I don't know if I want to waste my time and do the speed building of them, because I want to redo them. So just for context, where they are and what the builds are. So it's around where the stadium is. I briefly renovated the stadium lot, and I put two lots next to it, and I originally built on those 2 lots. I built a sports bar and a like an open spa, and that kind of, the lot type was a gym, so it was essentially a second gym, although it had no exercise equipment in it, and it just had like the massage chairs from the store, the massage table. It had some it had the sauna, and it had excuse me, it had the had a hot tub, and I like the function of the build, like the purpose of it. And the reason why I put it in that area, because it's next to a sports facility, so I guess you could say that athletes would go there for some sort of sports rehabilitation or recovery or anything like that. But the style of the build, it doesn't go with the area. I think if it was there on its own, it would look fine. The other build I did was the sports bar, and I kind of built that one in the same style that I built the spa. And I think those two builds together, they look fine on their own, but with the stadium next door, they look kind of out of place. And then so I've been thinking a little bit more, and I was actually in Vanilla Sunset Valley recently, and I had a look at the stadium, the original stadium, like landscaping and stuff like that. And I guess you could argue renovation of it is a little bit different, and my renovation made me kind of think, well, I wasn't really thinking about the surroundings and like how the stadium was put together. It kind of looks like a complex, like it's got nice fencing around it and stuff like that, and so it made me think that I really should have the builds around the stadium complement the stadium a bit better. And so I was thinking, well, what could I do in the stadium area? And then I was thinking, well, I still want a sports bar, and I think a sports bar next to the stadium makes sense. So I'm still going to go with the sports bar, but now I'm thinking this is a lot that I wasn't even considering, was a performance venue, so like a stage, the Showtime stages, and I think that would also make sense next to the stadium. So I think what I'll do when I get round to it is redo the sports bar, so I won't end up having the sports bar that I've already done. I won't have that one kind of available as a definitive version of it. I don't know, I don't even know what to call it, but essentially I'm just going to do the sports bar again, and I'm going to build a performance venue instead of a spa. And the spa facilities that I built, I will probably put them in the gym downtown when I get around to renovating that, because that's quite a big building for a gym, and there's a lot of space in there. There's an indoor pool, but I hate it. It's so ugly, so I will eventually get rid of it. And so there's more room for the exercise equipment to be on the bottom floor of the gym, and then I can do some like spa facilities on the upper levels of the gym. Gosh, it's a lot to talk about. I'm having trouble keeping track of what I'm even saying, but yeah, in terms of the final build, the tested build of this world will be uploaded probably without the stadium area completed. The stadium will be there and it'll be usable, and it'll probably be the original renovation that I've done, but that area is likely subject to change unless in the next couple of weeks I find some energy to do a new sports bar and a Showtime venue. But as for now, I do not have that energy, so it's not coming, not in my immediate plans anyway. And I was even thinking I'm getting ready to, I guess, release a version of this world, so the unpopulated and the populated versions, which are going to have to be save files, by the way, because I can't get them to work correctly in Creator World. But I was thinking, should I do some big release video showcasing everything that I've done? But I'm not even going to do that, because honestly I can't be bothered, and I just don't think it's really worthy of that kind of attention from me anyway. Yeah, so I think what I'll do is when I get around to uploading it, I'll just do a post on YouTube just saying, hey, the world's now available, here's where to download it, and I'll probably start linking it in future videos that I do for this world, because I did mention in the last video that I'm now playing in this world and kind of renovating it, particularly the houses, renovating those at my own pace, when I get around to doing it in my gameplay. But yeah, it's not gonna, I don't think this world will ever have like a fully definitive 100% complete version. It'll just have bits where I tinker around with it here and there. Yeah, so just a bit of rambling there, and I like to get that rambling out of the way first, because that's a chunk of time that I don't have to stare at my build trying to talk about what I was trying to do here, because it's pretty simple. But you can see in the pool, like I put the lanes in, I've got the I guess the courtyard exterior all done, and there are some recreational activities. So there is a hot tub, and there is the water slide, some diving boards, and there's a barbecue and some seating areas and some lounge chairs as well. I've moved on to the upstairs now, and on the left hand side of the building is where the dance studio is going to be, and then on the right side is the yoga studio. And it's a fake yoga studio in a vanilla game, but there is a yoga mod that you can get for The Sims 3. I was about to say The Sims 4, but for The Sims 3 that converts a lot of the Sims 4 yoga stuff from that game to The Sims 3. I think when I say stuff, I mean like animations. It's a very well put together mod, like it's in terms of the animations and stuff and how it functions. It's just a really good mod, and I think, even if you're not that comfortable using mods, I think it's at least a mod you should give a shot. I can link that down in the description if I remember to do that, but I don't have it installed in this particular build. I just kind of put some rugs down where I will put the yoga mats once I place this down in my world. The world that I'm playing in anyway. But yeah, it's a really good mod, so highly recommend. And then we've just got the changing rooms down here. Yeah, really basic changing rooms. Not a lot to see. I don't even think I put these in the preview footage, because I'm not they're not really that exciting to look at, and they're basically mirror images of each other, the male and female designated changing areas. And yeah, overall, what have I got to do left in this area of the world? I have the laundromat, which is actually a laundromat and a store as well. It's a generic store, but I decided to kind of just turn it make it like a toy store. But it can be it's an anything store. I decorated it reasonably generically, just so that it had some flexibility in terms of what it could actually be. I just did the toy store because I don't actually know why. I think I was just kind of itching to use some of that toy store content, and yeah, so I just was filling up the store with that content. Someone asked me, how do I get rid of the stickers on the windows? That is a mod called, it's like remove stencils or something. I'm going to link that in the description as well, because someone asked me about it. Yeah, so I need to put it in the description. I feel like I'm very, very distracted today. But yes, it removes the stencils, and you can do it to a whole heap of other objects as well. It's basically you just select the object with creator style, and then you hit in some cheat codes, and it removes the stencils. And it's really good because you can actually save the stencil-less object as a preset, so that you don't have to use the cheat every time. Although you've seen me use the cheat multiple times, that's just because I haven't saved everything that I use the cheat for as a preset just yet. So these mirrors, I'm pretty sure I've saved those mirrors. I'm pretty sure I saved them as a preset, so I don't even think I really need to use the cheat for them anymore, or the mod. And yeah, now we've moved on to the decorating the upstairs. So it's a very, in terms of the color scheme, it's very pale. I wanted to continue on with the Sunset Valley colors, so like it's primarily a green theme in this build here, but it is much more of a muted green, which I think is more appropriate for a pool, and I think it's actually more of the colors that I was seeing in reference photos and stuff, especially for 50s. Like I know that some 50s builds or interior design has a lot of really bright, vibrant colors, but then sometimes they can be quite muted. And of course, I've tried the vibrant colors and they don't really work that well. I haven't been able to get them to work that well. And so yeah, so the more muted colors for the pool. We've got the green tiles in the changing rooms. Wonderful. And now we are moving up to the dance studio. So the stereo is actually on this side of the room to start with, but then I move it to the other side because when I was doing some footage for this build, like the stereo just looked really ugly in the window, so I moved it. Also the sign above on the building, the supernatural swimming pool sign, I had to kind of play around with that a little bit because when I placed it just normally on the roof, some of it was sticking through the floor, and so you could see it through the ceiling of the dance studio. So I had to use the Sims 3 decorator tools to shift it up a little bit so that, it wasn't poking through the ceiling of the dance studio. And yeah, I mean, so I would have liked for it to have be a little more sunken in, like it's not sticking out of the roof so much, but yeah, I mean, if I wanted it to be like that, then I would have it poking through the dance studio, and I don't want that. So now we have moved on to the yoga studio. So you can see I've just placed some kind of placeholder rugs for where the yoga mats can go with the yoga mod, and just a few decorations here and there to make it look like a yoga studio. And putting up some signs as well, some of these swimming pool rules, and then there are these like stretching kind of posters, and then this one for the dance studio as well. So yeah, so any Sims coming up here don't know which room does what, and yeah, so here I am rearranging the stereo. I've got the chairs there as well, and then just looking at the exterior, and now we are about to move on to the preview shots. So I'm going to leave you to enjoy these, and I will say thanks so much for watching. As always, it's a pleasure to bring these to you. This lot is available for download and is linked in the description. So that's all from me today. Thanks so much, take care, and I will talk to you later.